Okay, hello. Back to the Future 3, yeah? We did this decode with Mad Dog here getting this the spittoon getting spit on, okay? You know, Marty is doing the little moonwalk dance thing, yeah? And he ends up, here's the spittoon, jumping on a board, and this thing goes flying onto Mad Dog, you know. Now remember, Marty is JC. Okay, he's representing Jesus Christ in the film, and we had Jalen Carter, okay, spit on Dak Prescott in the the season opener, which was the Cowboys versus the Eagles. Okay, now don't forget the eagle is Jesus, is Horus. Okay, and here's the Cowboys here that are going to get spit on. Is Dak Prescott, okay? He's going to get spit on. So we did all that decode, right? And we looked at all the little bits and pieces. And here's the spittoon that's about to go flying over. Notice that it's a gold color. Yeah, the sun, the gold color, spitting on. Notice the rounds. You know, we've got the back tail end of it here. The sun here. Spitting on JC, spitting on the Cowboys, yeah? And we did the other bits and pieces with the decode, talking about the lightning delay and Doc getting struck by lightning and sent back to this time period, and the burning of the Grey Sports Almanac that almost has the two teams on the front of it. You know, has a grey and blue team on the front of it and a white and a green team. Football players on the front of the Grey Sports Almanac that Marty burns, and yeah, we went through all that stuff, you know. And this was, you know, don't forget this time period here. This is the start of September in Back to the Future 3, and this is kind of syncing up with where we're at right now with you know, the time period that we're running right now. The game was, you know, this is the 3rd of September in Back to the Future 3, and the game was on the 4th of September. Okay, so very, very close indeed on, you know, the timeline. Okay, so what I want to do though is I actually want to say, and we did look at the next scene here where Marty gets hung, but I want to actually just show you something in, you know, just, you know, what we've just had with Charlie Kirk. Okay, let me show you this part. Now remember, we were talking about the Charlie Kirk representing the clock tower, yeah? This is the Temple of Athena. This is the clock tower that they're just building in Back to the Future 3. Marty's right here, hanging already, okay? And this is the church, so to speak. It's a temple. It's the Temple of Diana. Charles and Diana. Diana is this temple, the church, okay? The temple is the church. Diana and Charles, Charlie Kirk. Remember, earlier on we did the decode with Marty being CK, Calvin Klein, Charlie Kirk. Okay, he's here hanging. Doc is about to shoot him down, right? Okay, he's about to shoot him down. Shoot him down. Okay, he's not going to actually shoot Marty, but he's going to shoot him down. Okay, and what we end up with is Marty on the ground. I don't know what's on this computer. It's really struggling. On the ground, grabbing his neck. Okay, because of course he was just being hung, but he's grabbing his neck. Is this making sense to people? Yeah. Doc is shooting. Marty goes down, grabbing his neck. Okay. Notice that he's got this pink sort of shirt on, kind of reminiscent of the color of his underwear when he's called Calvin Klein, CK. Kind of interesting. I don't know. Maybe that's a reference back to the pink underwear. I think they were pink or a purpley pinky color. I'm not sure. Anyway, so you see what's going on. You know, Charlie Kirk was talking about a gal that got stabbed on a train. She got stabbed in the, and I think he said 14 times when I was watching his little speech about it on his channel. 14 times in the neck. I don't think she got stabbed. It didn't look like she got stabbed that many times on the video, but who knows. But anyway, the point is, the assailant was DeCarlos, I think something like that, Brown. His surname was Brown. Here is Doc Brown. You know, she was stabbed in the neck. Okay, stabbed in the neck. Brown reference. Okay, I don't know what else to say about it. You can't have that much synchronicity. Surely not. You know, the train is so important in Back to the Future 3. It's how Marty gets home. It's what destroys the DeLorean. Okay, they reference the train twice. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, from the spitting incident through to Charlie Kirk's shooting. The neck. Yeah, Marty's holding his neck. Brown stabs a girl in the neck on the train. Okay, that's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed. I don't think I've forgotten anything over there, but you know. Alright, thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye bye.